For me, the mental relief was the biggest thing for me because I had been so severely mentally ill for 40 years. And so it was just all a different shade of dark my whole first 40 years. And then I think it was, I want to say about a month, 2 months in, I experienced a glimpse of hope. And it was such a difference because everything else had been so dark. And it only lasted for 10 minutes that first time. But it was such a relief to know that my brain was even capable of experiencing hope. And then the next day it was 15 minutes. And then it just got to be more until now I can't have a bad day. I could have a flat tire, an argument with my spouse. I could have anything happen to me. And I just have this baseline of joy. And so that was absolutely everything to me. He called it the meat diet. And he was just like, just keep doing the meat diet. And I think that whenever you have a spouse, you have somebody that is so miserable and has tried, at my most, I was on 900 milligrams of lithium, 80 milligrams of prozac, 80 milligrams of adirol just to get out of bed every day, and then ambien to sleep every night. So we had already thrown the kitchen sink at all of this. And so he was just like, yeah, do whatever you got. Take your best shot. I felt like they were just trying anything and everything to give me any morsel of relief. And I just had none. I just couldn't survive. I was so miserable day in and day out. I remember many sessions I had with my therapist where I wouldn't even talk the whole session. I would just sit there and sob. I couldn't even form words. I was just not able to function. And then that's whenever he started to see, whenever everything cleared up, he was just like, oh my gosh, you're completing sentences and there's light in your eye and you just smiled and you just had a positive thought and you just talked about the future. This is a completely different person. Like I literally transformed in front of my therapist's eyes, and he'd been working with me for 8 years. Cold turkey. Like I said, I was eating ramen noodles and donuts and pizza and all the things. And then February 24th of 2019, I ate only animal meat. So I allowed myself chicken wings, bacon, breakfast sausage, fatty pork butt, salmon, shrimp, crawfish, all the things, anything that was animal meat. I don't know why, but I never included dairy or eggs. Just became this experiment for me. And I wanted as clean of an experiment as possible. And so I didn't want to have the extra variable of dairy or eggs. And so I just stayed with that. And I would say within 5 months, maybe 6 months, I realized that I didn't feel best on pork or chicken. And I just went all the way down to beef. And then I went down to fresh farm beef.